Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into just one really captivating verse, Revelation 12.1. It's this vision of a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. Gets there about it. Our mission today, let's try to unpack this, incredibly rich symbolism and see why the sources call this opening vision a great sign in the heavens.
Yeah, and what's fascinating right off the bat is how the sources link this great sign directly to God becoming human, entering his own creation. And it's not just one thing. The text suggests this miracle covers, possibly Jesus' first coming, his return, maybe even the great white throne judgment, the final judgment. It really sets a huge cosmic stage for understanding who this woman is.
Okay, so a cosmic stage is set. Let's dive into that central question then. Who is this woman? The sources seem pretty specific.
They are. She represents God's people, but specifically it's Israel through promise. So think less about just ethnic lines and more about faith, those in God's covenant through faith.
Okay, Israel through promise.
Exactly. It includes the true church, God's sort of covenanted bride, spiritual Israel, the first fruits, those early believers, and the overcomers, the ones who endure. And the text is clear. She's not just Eve or just Mary or only bloodline Israel. It's bigger.
Got it. A really comprehensive identity. And here's where, for me, it gets really interesting. The sources connect her directly to the Messiah's promise.
Absolutely. She's the one prophesied way back, the one whose offspring crushes Satan's head, and she gives birth, spiritually speaking, to those who will rule the nations.
Rule the nations, wow. And this points to the church existing even in the Old Testament as God's bride.
That's what the sources indicate, yeah. Bound by a covenant even then, her purpose is deeply tied into God's plan for redemption, for authority.
Okay, so we have her identity, her purpose. What about her clothes? This cosmic attire must tell us more. Let's start with the sun. Clothed with the sun. What's that about?
Well, the sun is typically God, right? The true light. More precisely, it's God the Father's glory, but shining through Jesus the Son. He's the true light of creation. So clothed with the sun means the church is clothed with Christ himself, radiant with his glory.
Clothed with Christ. Okay, then the moon under her feet. What's the insight there?
The moon symbolizes witnesses, people who testify to God's truth. It's about reflecting that truth, especially, when things are dark. Like the moon reflects the sun. These are the saints who persevere, who shine during tough times, exposing deception. And Jesus himself, of course, is presented as the ultimate faithful witness. His resurrection proved God's truth.
Reflecting the light in darkness. I like that. And the crown of 12 stars.
Couple of layers here. It could be apostolic authority or the messengers, the angeloi, the churches. But maybe more profoundly, it points to martyr witnesses. Those who love God and their neighbor right up to the point of death. Their sacrifice, their witness, leads others away from judgment. These stars, they're formed, the text suggests, through the Son's blood and the Holy Spirit.
Wow. Martyr witnesses as stars. That's powerful.
Yeah.
This really does sound like a story of deep relationship. You mentioned covenant earlier. How do covenants fit into all this?
It's central. The old covenant, it was made with animal blood written on stone, and ultimately it was broken. Humans couldn't keep it.
Right.
But the new covenant is different. It's made with the bridegrooms, with Jesus' own blood. It's unbreakable. And it's not on stone. It's written on hearts. That's how the Holy Spirit comes in. Yeah. God himself, Jesus, becomes the husband to this true Israel, this true church. It's an unbreakable bond.
An unbreakable bond. That's a huge shift. So putting it together, there's this true bride, clothed and in glory, standing on witness, crowned with sacrifice. But the sources also mention a contrast, don't they? A harlot? What's her role?
Yes. If there's a true bride, the narrative presents a counterfeit. The harlot isn't just some abstract evil. It's described as a false church, one that actively tries to destroy the true church. She's abandoned the groom, essentially siding with Satan.
Why? What's the goal there?
According to the sources, Satan's aim in corrupting the bride, this false church, is to try and invalidate God's commandments. If he can make God's law seem void, maybe he thinks he can escape judgment. It's a direct challenge to divine authority.
So this isn't just symbols, it's cosmic conflict over God's law and people.
Exactly.
Okay, so this deep dive, it's really gone beyond just decoding symbols. It's shown us a profound story about identity, this divine relationship, and a cosmic purpose.
It really does. It highlights just how significant God's true people are, their closeness with him, and their vital role as witnesses in the world.
So for you listening,
yeah,
maybe consider how these ancient pictures, divine relationship being a steadfast witness, even this idea of spiritual warfare, how might they resonate? How might they speak to your own sense of purpose, of belonging, even today? Something to think about.